there's something we found. These worldwide military corporations, right? Now, we think like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon and all them, Northrop Grumman. They have had like this cyber life. Now, there's 4 corporations with a positive influence on humanity. There's Kruger, CyberLife, Shoreline, and Trinity. I think Trinity is the one that's Tesla and Marconi and them.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be. So this CyberLife, it was founded in 1650. Just a few years after the end of the 30 Years' War, they're producing artificial human robots called androids who are built for the best intentions for humanity by helping people to improve their mental and physical abilities.
Did you say 1650?
I said 1650. Yes, 1650. Yes. And the thing is, it said that the first big step towards the production of the enhanced androids was set after the Napoleonic Wars in 1815 and started more than 100 years later in 1918. The production rapidly increased after the First World War in 1921. The current generation of androids was developed for the versions that were found in crashed UFO spacecraft in Roswell, and they started production in 49. Ooh. And the Shoreline is the second oldest on the list. They have no idea how old because it's mentioned in a bunch of ancient texts, about 5,000 years old. Yeah. So, remember that in that text document?
Yeah.
And then at the end, was it the end, or it was like an end where they had the line went up to 5,000, and then it went down to 0, and then it went up where we could bust through the astral plane, or through the spiritual plane?
I'll have to go back and look again. I don't remember that.
Well, if everybody remembers this, I don't know if I got it by me, but what is it starts at the physical plane. It's like 1,000, and it goes up, and then it goes down like an N, and it's like the fall,
right.
And it goes up again, and it busts through. What that is that from the 1,000, the 5,000 spiritual, that right there is where the whole 1,000 years with King Jesus was. Whatever his name was. I mean, was his name Jesus? I don't know. Hard saying because Jesus is also Hail Zeus, and Zeus is also Satan. So it's like we don't know which one they're going to play with now, because you got to blame the Romans on this. So then after that, they had the fall, right, where they had to let all these pieces of shit back out. So there's the bottom of the end where it comes down to the bottom, right? Mm-hmm. Now here's where it's our time to shine, where we're busting all the way through. So we're going to ascend. So that's what made the end.
Yeah, and we had just got a massive dump of light energy that came in the last 48 hours. And I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling the effects of it. I've had some weird stuff going on in the last 48 hours, but, just remember, just work through it. Patience. Everybody's affected a little differently. It seems to make me extremely hungry, especially for fruit, and tired. And ear ringing constantly. So everybody has different things that, as they're going through this process. But just always remember, you need to be kind to yourself.
And what is it? Water with lemon and Himalayan sea salt. That too. It'll help with your vessel. It'll help with the expansion of your vessel, with your skin and everything, because we're gonna get dense, real dense. Like you're walking around like molasses dense.
Oh, like I'm not gonna be able to pick my feet up, kind of dense. Like it's too heavy.
It's gonna be tough. Like in early stages of fourth density. Yeah. So that's why they said you drink water with lemon and Himalayan sea salt. Yeah, rock salt. You can just put it in there and just drink that.
Yeah.
And that'll help. It'll help with the expansion.
And another thing that, that does help it too is if you get some of that pink Himalayan rock salt, you can usually find it at health food stores. And put it in like a glass jar if you can. You want to try and use glass. You don't really want to use metal or
yeah.
plastic, if you can avoid it, because it'll affect it. But if you fill the jar like a quarter of the way full with the rock salt, and then put the water in and let it sit for like a couple days and mix it up a little bit, and then you take a tablespoon of that water and put it in your regular water, and that also helps with some of that alkalinity and stuff like that too. So that's just another option. There's something to try and help, if you can. So man,
anything will help.
my
And now
brain is just fried.
Oh yeah, but it's all right. You got this. And then you have the Kruger Corporation. It was founded in 1815 after the Napoleonic Wars, and they specialized in electronics and other technology. And they dealt with the with people that are injured and all that, help them nurse them back to health. They used running and parkour. That's how parkour's been around for a long time, I suppose. And for healthy people, their research and knowledge has opened the door for a much wider variety of options for better life experience. And Trinity was founded in 1881, mirrored, right?
Right.
Focus is to get all the ancient technologies to work again. Their employees infiltrated the archaeological research teams around the world to gain all possible wisdom from these technologies, which were left on Earth. That right there, that's Marconi, that's Tesla, that's the 98 scientists that were in Venezuela. 98 is the 17, 17 is Q. And it was a complicated process that requires a full understanding of ancient tech with the vastness of length, breadth, height, distance, with other magnetic and quantum schematics involved to achieve galactic reach, etc. This is undoubtedly a highly integral and noteworthy effort. Now, when you thought the vastness of length, breadth, height, and distance, that's your 4 dimensions right there.
Right.
You still can't see a sphere, though, just letting you know. Everyone, not going to see it. So then, you have the corporations with negative influence. You got Monarch. Been around for over 6,000 years. Thanks, Babylonians. And their one goal was to create an ultimate slave system for all humanity and enact a highly sophisticated method for accomplishing this goal. One method was to accomplish the goal was through the process of time-space manipulation. Despite them being successful on a few occasions, we can happy to say their goal was not 100% fulfilled and experienced in our reality. So when Einstein came up with the whole theory of relativity, E equals mc squared,
Right.
it wasn't finished. There was a Navy, it was a captain that actually finished the equation that allowed them to fold space and time, right? But they scrubbed them from all documents, all books, everything like that. But they, you know how they put everything in movies, the truth and all that? But for their karmic law, they have to put them somewhere.
Right.
Well, they put them in a movie.
Which one?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Pirates of the Caribbean? Oh, Captain Jack Sparrow. That's the name.
That was his guy's name. That was his guy's name.
That's come up before.
Yeah, I think we talked about it.
Yeah, it may have been that because I
Yeah, I think we did.
before.
We talked about it before.
It's so funny because my son was running around yesterday like he was playing Captain Jack Sparrow. It was hilarious.
And then Raymond James Stadium, the skull and crossbones and everything. It's like, time travel. It's like, oh, funny. So that's the. So that was the special theory of relativity, and I mean Einstein wasn't all that, anyways. It's almost like Edison, when there was an interview with President Trump before he was president. Well,